Hey everyone, Dave Nelson here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a big question that we get in our industry. Why is 2022 so different in real estate than 2021? And why should I buy in 2022? Well, I'm going to break that down for you. But before I go forward, please comment below on any video topics that you want me to go on. Also, I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel because that helps me propel going forward. Also, like this and share it if you want to because my information is for you to do. All right, so let's talk about 2021, last year, or depending on when you watch this video. So let's say the average home price in 2021 was $400,000. So with that price, back in 2021, the home was worth $400,000. But what was happening people were writing offers above asking. Well, you're probably asking me, well, why will people do that? Well, because people wanted houses. The inventory was so low in 2021 that people were just willing to pay god-awful over amounts for what it's worth. Well, the next question you should ask yourself, well, why would people get mortgages on that above value range? Well, they weren't. The way mortgages work, they're only going to give you a value of your mortgage for the value of the house. So there's usually a difference. So people were paying an appraisal gap. So if the house is worth $400,000, they write an offer for $440,000, let's say, but this buyer would cover the $40,000 in difference in cash if need be. That was 2021. Also, we had a lot of cash buyers come through. So with cash buyers, there's no appraisals. None. And what that means, they can pay for whatever they want to. If they want to buy this house for $10 million, they can do so. No appraisal. Also in 2021, if you were an FHA buyer or a VA buyer, you struggled. You weren't getting a house. You were getting beat out by conventional, but you're really getting beat out by cash buyers or people with what I call the haves. They had extra money laying around that they could overpay for a house and not worry about it because they wanted a house that bad. Also, what we saw in 2021, they were waiving inspections, which I personally have a tough time going over because if you're waiving an inspection, you're waiving any professional opinion from an inspector on your house. Your house is probably the most important and most financially big event that you're ever going to do, so why wouldn't you want an inspection? 2021, offers were coming in above asking price and no inspections. Horrible for buyers. Horrible. And I foresee we're going to be having a lot of buyers in lawsuits in the next 10 years because they bought a house and all of a sudden it's falling apart because they didn't have an inspection. That was 2021. So if you're a cash buyer and you had extra money, you liked it, but you were overpaying for a house. Now let's look at 2022, this year. So that $400,000 house that was worth in 2021, values have gone up about, let's say, 10% to make it easy. So now that $444,000 house is worth, the $400,000 house is now worth $440,000 because it was a 10% increase. Now, if you're a buyer and the mortgage rates are high, yes, but the cool thing is you can always refinance. And us in the industry, we don't foresee the mortgage rate staying above 7 or above 6 for a long time. We do foresee it coming back down. So with this opportunity, if you're a buyer, you can actually probably get this house at $440,000 at market value or maybe even less. Because right now it's still a seller's market, but it's kind of swaying towards the buyers now. And if you're an FHA buyer, a conventional buyer, and a VA buyer, you're being able to get a house now. You couldn't in 2021. 2022, you can get a house. So if you don't mind initially paying a high mortgage rate, knowing that you can refinance at any given point, why not do it? If you're a cash buyer, guess what? Now you're buying that same house for $440,000, which you did last year, but you're not paying any appraisal gap. You're not paying anything different. You're actually getting a house of value. What also is great in 2022, there's inspections. There's inspections happening. So now when you're buying a house, you can buy a house with confidence. You're buying a house and realizing if there's any issues, you can go back to the sellers and get them to fix it. All right. So that wasn't in 2021. 22 though, you know you're getting a valued product. So that's the cool thing of buying a house in 2022 is even though the mortgage rates are a little bit higher, don't worry about that, honestly, because you're able to get a house with confidence. And right now we're seeing more supply of homes for sale. You're able to go out and if you're a buyer, you can look around, you can shop around. You're not pressured to write an offer within 5 minutes of the house listing the market. Back in 2021, that was horrible. People were making decisions like this. Now you have time. You can do a second showing maybe. You can get your family through the house. You can do all these things and knowing that you're going to get a good house. Now, if you're a seller, you like 2021 because people are overpaying for your house. Okay. Well, the value of your house still went up from last year to this year. So if you're still a seller, you're still making money on your house. And the great thing is now you're probably avoiding lawsuits. You know, people are buying a house having an inspection now, but back then there's no inspection. So you're kind of putting yourself up to a potential lawsuit in 2021. I urged everybody to have inspections in 2021, but those offers weren't getting accepted. They are in 2022. So if you're a buyer and a seller or a buyer or a seller, please contact me. I'd love to walk you through the numbers and show you why it's still a good time to buy a house. It's still a great time to sell a house. Don't let the media and the hype confuse you. Listen to the professionals, all right? You don't get your medical advice from WebMD. You get it from your doctor, the professional. You don't get your real estate advice from Zillow or CNN or Fox News. You get it from a professional. So next time you're thinking about real estate, come talk to us because we can help you. We can give you the right information at the right time. And don't forget, please subscribe and like this channel because I love posting videos that help you out. And also, I really enjoy making real estate fun because we got to have fun in life. All right. Thank you. Have a great day.